The following podcast should not be construed as legal advice in any way, shape, or form. You would have to be an absolute idiot to take our advice seriously. I mean, look at us. We're dumb. Nate didn't even get into the good law school in Louisiana. Joe wears Velcro shoes because he can't tie laces. We cannot stress enough, do not take our advice. The listener does so at their own peril. Well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And this is Perfect Crimes. Man, we're getting pretty good at that already. All right, naturals.
Well done, fellas.
All right, great. And we've got a very great guest here for you, Nate. You know, you're a Worcester guy. Why don't you go ahead and introduce him?
Who we have here today is a wonderful comedian. He hails from Leominster, Massachusetts. He hosts the Moxie Mike in Boston every Monday. Downtown Boston. He's a fantastic comedian, one of the best. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Beau Brassard.
Hey, thank you. That was very nice of you.
All right, we're already there.
We knew we'd use it. You got it down
to
though.
break it out, dude.
He's good with soundboard. He's good with soundboard, man. He's quick on it.
It's my one skill.
I appreciate that intro. I have
Same,
I have a very silly thing. I did a show in New York with Paul Ober. Shout out Paul Ober.
Yeah, Paul's the man. Yeah.
Paul's the man.
Yeah.
He brought me down to New York for a show, and he had an idea of like, hey, I want a under 60-second clip to play on the projector to intro yourself and just come up with anything funny. And I think that I'm the only comedian who actually did it. And I came up with some ridiculous shit, and then the projector didn't work. So now I just have this for no reason. I had to get like a few of my friends involved.
This is the video of you in the GIMP shit?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a horrifying video for you to have on your phone and nobody know that it's comedy, dude.
I swear it's for public.
Dude, he's like in a dog He's in a dog kennel with a fucking leather mask on.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. I'm sure the show actually happened. It was real.
It did.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
It was tight. Me and
I was in a dungeon in Berlin.
Speaking of New York City, crime capital of these United States, according to Law and Order, right? So, Beau, you're here because you have a very specific crime that you want to commit, right?
Yes.
So if we could get to that, we would love to hear about it. So, Beau, if you could tell us what your crime idea is.
Yes. Dude, I actually love Law and Order.
Yeah, I mean, it's an American institution, for sure.
Right,
Dude,
dude.
they got the one.
Margate.
They put it on Paramount or whatever the streaming services, but it's organized crime. It's wicked good.
That's a Peacock. That's
is
a
that
Peacock.
Is that the one where like
Yeah.
Stabler's back?
It's-
And he's-
yeah,
Stabler, and he
Stabler's
goes
like a real
undercover.
badass.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that? It's Christopher Maloney, and the first time that I ever saw him, he was in the show called Oz on HBO. It was the first 1 hour long show that they ran on HBO.
Have you guys seen Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Freak Show.
He's Freak Show. Really?
He's Freak Show.
Oh,
Dude.
shit.
Yeah.
He was, dude. So in this show, it was about a maximum security prison. Very fitting for this show. It was about a maximum security prison, upstate New York, and he was this vicious jailhouse rapist, dude. He was he was absolutely going wild, butt fucking this one poor lawyer who got killed somebody in a DUI and all this shit. He was just so, oh my god, it was horrifying.
Fun
Dude.
fact: he didn't know he was acting in that show.
He had no
he
idea.
would just show up, and they were like, "This guy's great."
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's cameras here. Yeah.
There's a crazy, if you want to go into like another rabbit hole of like prison movies, it's Riot on Cell Block 6, I think it's called, and it's Vince Vaughn, and he's just a fucking badass and goes in and just kills everybody in the prison. Like,
And he doesn't
I
make
think I
love
would
to
have a
any-
hard time believing that.
dude, it's like he's shaved bald, like he's like gnarly.
So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do?
So how are we going to make you the Vince Vaughn of of the criminal world? Tell me what you would do.
I've thought about this for a while. No, it's just really, I'm a semi-political guy, very in the middle.
We welcome politics on this show.
I want the answers. I want the answers. So my crime would be I want to kidnap all living presidents, get them all together for 24 hours, and I just got them for 24 hours, and I get the answers out of them. So it would be Trump, Biden, Obama, Clinton, and
George W.
The fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, how did I forget George?
My favorite president of all time.
I looked it up and they still had a Jimmy Carter on there, but he just
he
just kicked the
Also, one that I was just telling Joe about that. I was like, we got to stick to. He said we got to stick to living presidents, and he's right. But dude, you know how great it would be to like catch Jimmy Carter with like a trail of peanuts. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, a peanut.
It's a great strategy. It's an amazing strategy.
He's not bending, are Just got like a weird set of tables.
What I will say is that I do like that crime very much. I like it.
Yeah. Do we have questions in specifically that we want to ask these guys?
Well, it's not. I'm not asking.
Yeah. I mean, answers like
I'm
what?
getting the answer.
Oh, we're gonna help you get the answers. Don't worry. That's what we're here for. We're gonna make sure you get the answers. But the answers to what, Bo?
I got them for 24. I want to know about the aliens.
Okay, aliens.
I think aliens. I think they know a lot more than they're telling us.
I believe you.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know about 9/11.
9/11.
I want to know.
My birthday.
Is it really?
That's right. September 11th, 1992. Go on, friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Amen.
yeah, you had that. You have the joke about
right,
that.
dude.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Osama bin Laden. I hate him, dude. You ruined my birthday.
Alien. 9/11 aliens. Who killed JFK?
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
That is a good one.
The typical conspiracies.
Yeah,
are
like the big ones.
We're gonna get
you
like
know.
definitive
How much-
answers to the typical conspiracy.
That's
theories.
right, dude. All the good ones, you know.
Yeah, you know, I feel like it's gonna take a while to break some of them. I feel like Trump is too stupid.
Yeah, we're not getting anything out of Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't even know. Like, you can't read him anything without his
dude,
name.
no.
in
We
it.
catch it all on Twitter, dude. I was like, we'll catch everything you know on Twitter, dog.
He'll say everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're so happy to have you here. You know, we are like criminal consultants at this point. We're like
Amen.
really good at like helping people out with their crimes. And
That's
so
right.
like we have kind of like a standard series of questions we ask to like kind of gauge their experience, like see where they are crime wise. You know, do you have any previous criminal experience? Have you spent a night in jail for any reason?
Have you ever done a crime?
Have I ever done a crime?
And if it's a murder, the statute of limitations on that like never runs. I just want to let you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't tell us about actual.
Yeah, don't
murders
tell
you've
us anything where
committed.
you got like an outstanding warrant. You know what I'm saying? But
well, I was 7 and I hit that kid with a rock. No.
yeah, that ain't bad.
7-year-olds.
That's like a.
That's
It's
fine.
like an aggravated
No.
assault. You know, that's not bad.
Surprisingly, pretty clean.
That's
clean
good.
slate.
No,
because
like in life,
I'm-
that's a good thing.
I've been, I've always kind of flown under the radar. You
Okay,
know? I've been like,
You ever sold drugs? I mean, lots of people sell
I mean,
drugs,
with,
dude.
with
No,
the shirt, he
no,
might have sold drugs.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
No,
We've all
to
been
be
to
fair,
high school, friend. I mean, come on.
I've never actually sold drugs. I've gotten drugs for my friends.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
like
Okay.
I knew somebody, they were looking for whatever it was. I was like,
Perfect.
oh, I can get you some
Right,
of
no,
that.
that's
But
great.
I wasn't like I wasn't buying in bulk.
Don't worry. What you've just admitted to, my friend, is distribution, and that
Distribution,
there
yeah.
is a crime. We have a criminal, ladies and gentlemen. We have a criminal.
Very low level criminal, but we will take
we
it.
will
That's
take
good.
it.
So you're familiar with like Breaking Bad to like a slight degree.
To a degree.
The concept, yeah. Okay, great. We like that. We
I,
like
I
that.
actually worked in alcohol distribution for 2.5 years.
So
I'm
prohibition would have
yeah.
been like great for you. You would have been a natural mobster, boardwalk empire kind of guy.
Sort of a French Canadian one. Exactly. Does anyone want any whiskey?
Can I get you in this Cabernet?
Yeah, and then Cabernet, we will put it in a barrel and put it inside of this Model T and send it right to New York City. Yeah.
Should we bring back prohibition, fellas? You
I
sound
know,
like
right,
you're
dude?
ready
It's
for it.
We'd have the strategy, you know.
I know. I like how me and you are French in like the opposite way. Like
know.
you're like the Louisiana like Cajun French.
Dude, I'm actually really we're not Cajun on my mother's side at all.
Oh,
We're just
really?
regular redneck. But my father is Belgian, so we speak French because of that. Because
Yeah.
my dad's from Belgium, which is the same way. We're not like from France because we don't like. I mean, you know, so-
Nobody likes the French.
exactly. You know, we're like we're edgelords like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my grandparents. I can't remember if it's my grandparents. My great grandparents came from Canada, but my grandparents spoke French. Like growing up, and I don't think they really speak it. They're very old. They're in their 80s.
I get it. I get it, dude. I get it. My grandmother is also in her 90s, and she does speak French too, but that's because she lives in Belgium. Anyway.
Speaking of your family, though, do you have any family members that were criminals of any sort? Anybody that's
So that's a really good question because I don't actually know the Brassard side of my family very well. My dad kind of kept us away from that, but I've heard there's a lot of like scumbags on that side of the family.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Alcoholics, drug addicts,
people with nothing left to live for, which is
that's fair.
That's good for a crime like this. That's the kind of motivation you want. You're taking a big swing here.
That's very fair.
I know my dad was big into karate, and in a karate tournament, he accidentally punched this guy in the throat and almost killed him.
That's close to a crime.
That's
That's
a good
sanctioned
skill to
crime,
have.
but
He got sued for like thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, lost. No, it's a karate tournament. Dude.
You would
like,
think.
You would think, but you know.
Well, what I'll tell you is, I believe
has
I
gotta be in, like,
may
the
have
70s.
I may have the answer to some of your questions. Brassard is Brassard. That's a very a common name. Similar names in South Louisiana. And when, my time as a public defender, criminal defense attorney, and prosecutor, I ran across many Brassards. In fact, I ran across many. I remember there was one fellow who was quite adept at getting on a skateboard on his back at red lights, rolling up under cars and snapping the catalytic converters off of them, all within like a 15-second period. Is a wizard, dude. I can't remember his first name, probably like Cody or something like that, or Brandon. But last name, Brassard, dude.
That's
interesting.
That's
That's
industrious.
Could have been Beau. Could have actually been Beau Brassard. It's very possible.
You look familiar.
So, I believe that there is at least, maybe not if it's attached to your direct line. It's attached to your name, friend. It's attached to your name.
Yeah. No. Other than that, I don't know anything like real from my family. My brother got busted. I remember we were in college.
My brother got a DUI one time.
No.
His name is.
Exactly. He's employed.
Nah, he was just drinking. He was just like drinking on the street, and
as we all do.
and
that a
then
crime?
and then like gave the cops a fake ID, I think, and then like they asked him what his last name, and he just said like a different last name, but the fake ID had his real last name on it. It was just like very stupid. He was very drunk, and went down to the police headquarters there in Fitchburg, and I actually went down to try to bail him out, and they wouldn't let me bail him out because I was drunk.
Awesome. Amazing, dude. Are you serious? On a fake ID? What was his bail? Like $200?
I like walked down there. It was like a quarter mile, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get him out. They sussed me out immediately. They're like, get out of here. We're gonna put you in there. Like, good thinking.
Well played.
The person at the front wasn't like a cop. They were like, like a secretary. They were like, no.
I'm picturing you just walking up like it's a bar. I'll take one bail, please. Sir.
Finest bail on the rocks. Exactly.
Seriously.
It's funny. All right, so obviously you have problems with the police state. That could motivate some of these, like, but what are your criminal motivations? That's sort of our next question. What's like motivating you? What's driving you here? Like,
it's not that I'm criminally motivated. I'm a concerned citizen.
Okay, concerned citizen. I like that.
I want the answers, even though I think they probably drive me crazy because you get these and like I get away with this. Who the fuck's gonna believe me that I kidnapped every living resident? Now I have all their secrets. Like,
Is it like a thing? Like, are you big into aliens?
I'm not like wicked big into aliens, but I like believe that they're out there, and I believe that there's a lot of info that they're not telling us about them.
Which one's your favorite?
What's the one like?
I just would like to know if you know more than me. I don't know any of them, so I'd like to just figure out if you know more than I
It's
do.
Roswell. Roswell is like the big one where they like a ship crashed down and they like got a body out of it, and it was like an alien.
Like a little one?
I'm a big fan of all these like videos from like the Air Force and like naval ships where you see like something like when you don't know exactly what it is,
and it's just there, and then it just like jets into the ocean, and
It
they're
is
like
weird.
They're like, that thing's falling 20 times the speed of gravity. Like, we can't do that.
It seems like there should be some info out there. So okay, so like
fair.
part of this might be that you want the world to know the truths you find as well, right?
I don't care about the world.
It's all personal.
Okay. So you're conscientious to a certain level.
I would, but like once again, who the fuck's gonna believe me?
Well, I mean, that's part of the crime we need you to do. This is like we're
You
trying
are
to
the
help
man
you.
who got this done.
Yeah, so you can figure that out. Okay.
You're a martyr.
And how do you know this is real? Well, I had all 5 living presidents
Let me show
together.
you this picture. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but we're noting the motivation. Okay, so like the telling of truth is big for you.
That's fair.
Okay, that's great. I love that. Very honorable, Beau.
fair.
I like that.
Would you call yourself a truther?
I'm actually a relatively truthful guy. Like I really like don't like to lie. One of my favorite things is just like, I don't know, if you don't like it, like this is the truth. If you don't like it, it's
It's fair, truthful man.
Yeah, so like, okay, so like you believe aliens exist. Are there any other conspiracy theories that you are convinced are true that you like, or like false that you really want like definitive answers on?
I think 9/11 is just, I don't have one way or another. Like I don't have a strict like this is what happened, but I know what we're being told is not correct.
Okay.
It was Arab, dude. It was Arab, dude. I know it, dude. I know it.
But
even like the one that flew into the Pentagon, and it just so happened that nobody was in that wing of the building. Then it's like what? Like what? Like there's so much, and it's like, how did these guys even train to fly these things?
I think they went to Florida. Right?
They did it in the United States. They were in like, and it was crazy. Yeah, I watched this whole documentary on it. It was crazy. They were like in there, and they were like, you know, show me how to fly a plane. Alhamdulillah, I don't want to learn how to land. You know, it's like crazy. It was like, why?
Landing's super overrated.
Yeah, exactly. Like crazy. You know, it's
another
just like
6 weeks I don't need.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but at the time probably we're so focused on, I don't know, it was the 90s. Well, we just got in the Gulf War, so I don't know who we're focused on. You know, Chinese, is that we're always seem like, or maybe Russia, I don't know. Like,
we were just ignoring everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
We were like,
if you're going to fly a plane for legitimate purposes, landing it has to be your first concern. Like that's got to be the hardest part.
Thank you. It is the hardest part. It is. That's what they say. Is landing is the hardest part. It takes people like there's that Nathan Fielder show or whatever, and he was like, yeah, it took him like 6 months longer than anyone else has ever taken to learn how to land. You know,
I believe that. I would not fly in a plane with him.
Dude, yeah, exactly. You know,
I actually know like a couple of pilots. Well, one of them, homie Andrew, passed away, but he was a single engine pilot. And he'd offer to take me up, and I just never we just never synced up.
Yeah, dude.
And then my cousin, her husband flies planes, and I guess his job. I'm gonna butcher this if he hears this, but what I understand his job is he takes like private planes and flies them to the rich people. And like shows them how to fly it, and like and like then just comes home. He's all over the world all the time. He'll send me
a private flight instructor.
Yeah. I think he's got. They live in Georgia, and their backyard is like a landing strip. Like everybody has like a runway.
Interesting.
In their backyard
I've seen a neighborhood like that in Illinois actually. Yeah,
it's a whole community of pilots,
and like a crop dust in town or something like that. Yeah.
Maybe. They also fly planes.
Gassy bunch. Yeah.
No, they like fly like little Cessnas around, and like it's just like they have little private planes, and it's like for the neighborhood pool for rich people, I guess. Like
I don't even think they're like super like that well off, but he's just like flown, like he's just a pilot, and so he just has a plane. I mean, they got a nice, I mean, no basements in Savannah, no basements, which is odd.
No, there's no basements in Louisiana. There's no basements either.
So close to
Louisiana's because of the sea level thing, but I don't know if Savannah they're more hilly and stuff.
It's pretty sea level.
They're by the water.
That's true. At Savannah, they're by the water. I guess in Savannah. Yeah, not I was thinking Atlanta. Yeah, Savannah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so well. All right, some
geography lesson, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Flying planes, having basements in Savannah. No basements, God, whatever the fuck. I don't know, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, Beau, obviously, we take our jobs very seriously here, and we researched the history of this crime, knowing that you wanted to kidnap some presidents. And so I'm happy to report that you are not alone in wanting to kidnap a president for intentions you consider honorable. Okay. Also, I mean, you're a comedian, you're kind of like an artist in some ways. And a very famous guy that you might actually, it turns out, relate to more than you realized, who tried to do this is John Wilkes Booth.
Amen.
So John Wilkes Booth, his original plan was to kidnap Abraham Lincoln to free prisoners that had been captured during the war from the North. So
the War of Northern Aggression is what he was just trying to say.
I had to stop myself.
The War of Northern Aggression.
I'm sorry, that's how it's taught on our standardized test down south. Like,
wait, where are you from again?
I'm from Williamsburg, Virginia.
It's like the capital of it all.
Exactly. John Wilkes Booth was going to kidnap him and take him to Richmond, Virginia, because we took this shit seriously.
See, I couldn't suss that out of you. Him, you can tell right away.
I keep it under wraps.
Been all over, but he's true. Like he went to school out there.
I wanted to get ahead in life, so I keep the accent under wraps. I don't talk about it. there all the
I
time.
first met him. We're at like an open mic, and he's talking to me. I'm like, this guy's like a banjo, dude.
That's good, dude.
It's not
That's
even-
like,
I need to
y'all have no idea, dude.
You slowed it down a little bit.
Dude, y'all should hear him like my uncle, dude. You should hear like my uncle and his buddies like at the hunting camp and stuff. Like, good God, buddy. One of them's a probation officer, and he's a probation officer, and you ask him how he's doing. He said, "Hey, T-boy, how's it going? How was work today?" He goes, "Oh, pretty good." And went over there to court, wrecked some lives. God, it's just that's the way I do.
I feel like everybody down south has one uncle that's a lot like Boomhauer from King of the Hill, where it's just like you can't understand a goddamn word they say. And
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, 'cause uncle's friend, something like that, dude. I know a lot of people like that.
My uncle's from Texas, but he doesn't have an accent at all. But he'll put it on
Yeah.
to whoever he's talking to. I was down North Carolina, and we went golfing, and this guy, it's like a redneck, like half the golf course is just like a dump. And he goes in.
I know the type.
Yeah. Not like this nice golf course you got in your backyard.
That sounds like the golf course by LSU, dude.
No, but he goes in, and my uncle's like, doesn't have an accent at all, and just starts talking to this guy, and I can't even understand the guy. And then my uncle's like, my nephew, I'm taking him out, I'm gonna do golf. And I was like, holy shit.
That's also very southern. Anytime, like, dude, it's such a southern thing. Like, me and this is my nephew. I'm taking my nephew. Dude, even though I live here, I take care of my nephew, dude. I raise my nephew.
It's so true. Like when Nate and I are like having a couple of drinks and it's late at night, my accent will come out because
He actually, dude, he's got it. Like,
I do have it. I really do just keep it under wraps.
he's got like a true like Southern biscuits kind of like act. Yeah, he does. He does have
Well,
it.
I reckon I do.
I lived in Utah for a little bit.
The Mormons, a very interesting race of folk.
Yeah, they are interesting.
Yeah.
Very gullible. Very gullible. Go on.
Once I got sauced up enough, like I'd start dropping R's and like not like dropping my R's is in a Boston accent, guys.
Right. Yeah, he was saying the N word.
No slurs.
Exactly. He said, when in Utah,
Technically
do what the
fine
Mormons do.
When's the fucking car coming? They're like, it's they don't understand wicked too. They like want to understand how
Of course
to use
they
the
don't.
word
Those people,
wicked.
the word wicked to them is like that's
It's
a
a very
curse.
scary
Yeah, I
thing,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Yeah.
scary thing.
Have to peel off their clothes and show you their underwear or some shit like that. Dude, ward off the spirits. I don't know what they do, dude. I saw the Book of Mormon this weekend. I don't really know what it is, but yeah.
But okay, so we got the Mormons, another good example of political revolutionaries in this country. Anyway,
Thank you, Brigham Young, for slaughtering all those Americans, you whore.
then they just had to compromise on the whole polygamy thing. Otherwise, anyway.
They're still out there.
Oh yeah, I mean they just keep it under wraps. you know.
dude. Yeah.
It's all the ones like outside of the city.
Yeah.
Outskirts of Salt Lake City.
No, straight up. They call them. It's crazy. They
I
call
was
them.
like, I want to amend my crime. It's polygamy.
I want to marry 11 women and have 19 babies.
I can't keep one woman down. I don't need multiple.
Amen, dude. One is enough.
There's a comedian, I won't say his name, but he's in a polyamorous relationship.
Adam
And
Melvin. I'm just kidding.
I didn't say he was in a shirtless relationship. But he's like having trouble with it. I'm like, dude, have you thought about just like one at a time? It's crazy. Like I don't
really saves your brain. Just a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
one is enough to drive me nuts half the time.
Well, see, and John Wilkes Booth was only trying to kidnap one president.
Yeah,
And here's what went wrong for him, though, is he thought that Lincoln was going to go down one road, and then Lincoln decided to just stay home and go see a play at the hotel John Wilkes Booth had been staying at. So, what we're trying to talk about here is logistics are important. 'cause
Yeah, dude.
Look where he ended up.
Amen.
And that's back in the day where you can't just like look that shit up or anything. You have
exactly.
no idea.
Like if Instagram was around, John Wilkes Booth probably successfully kidnaps Abraham Lincoln, and it's a whole different thing.
Totally, exactly.
He jumped off the stage. He broke the fuck out of his leg too, and like
See?
just had to like gimp off.
Is that where he jumped?
Shoots the president, jumps out of the balcony onto the stage, breaks the fuck out of his leg, and has to like crawl away.
Is that where he like screamed that shit? Whatever. He was like,
Semper Tyrannis.
oh, that's what it was. Yeah. I thought it was like, I ain't gay.
Coincidentally, though, that is Virginia's motto. Don't really know what to say about
Yeah,
that.
dude, exactly. It's for lovers, all lovers.
Did you know that he was actually like a pretty successful actor? He was making
Really?
like $750,000 a year.
In
like
that
acting.
time, dude? That's
well,
no-
like
Wait,
the equivalent,
adjusted-
the equivalent.
adjusted
That's
for
a lot.
inflation.
Yeah,
but
but
still,
still,
like,
yeah.
That's still great money.
Doing that
That's-
acting?
That's like real money for like if we were making $750,000
I
doing
know,
comedy,
dude.
I wouldn't be doing this.
I made like fucking $106 this year doing comedy. Exactly.
Yeah, imagine like Ryan Reynolds or something.
Oh yeah, like any of those fucking Scientologists that
Yeah.
could never.
Yeah, one of those. And you're like, wait, isn't that a character actor from The Office?
I could never see any of them doing something crazy like that.
Okay, cool. So John Wilkes Booth is like one example of like what, and we're gonna need probably like a conspiracy is what we're gonna learn from him. We're gonna want to make sure we get the details right because we're kidnapping, not trying to like put a bullet in these guys.
Amen.
You know?
We're not that guy trying to impress Jodie Foster. None of that.
Exactly. Also from my hometown, by the way.
No fucking way. Really,
Yeah.
dude? Are you serious? What
John
was it?
Hinckley.
John Hinckley, yeah. He's out now. He like does a Subway and shit. You can catch him on TikTok.
Lives in Kingsmill, Virginia.
No fucking
The guy that shot Reagan?
Yeah, the guy, and like nearly killed his chief of staff and all that stuff. Or no, his publicity guy.
Yeah,
You can
he's
shoot
out.
a president and get out?
See?
Yeah.
Oh, this is inspiring. This is
Well, you
good.
kill him.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, there's gonna have to be.
can send a
like I
message
said,
to
I'm
him.
not. Like I said, I'm not asking for the answers. I'm getting the answers.
I'm getting the answer.
If a bullet ends up in a kneecap, we can get you off. Time
right, dude.
served. You know, you might have to go to jail for a little while, but you know, cost benefit.
Very Irish of you and say, "We'll put a bullet in his kneecap."
I'm not Irish at all. I'm French.
I know.
You're Irish.
Yeah,
Sorry, fuck.
exactly. I was saying, say, all right, Joe Jansen will put a bullet in his
Joe
kneecap.
Johnson, yeah. We'll just break
Spot
out
on
the
Irish accent. by the
Thank you.
way.
That's North Irish, by the way. That is, if you want to go south to where the
Belfast.
Dubliners are, you know, say, hey, what's the crack there? What are we doing there today? You know,
We're gonna have to get you into some like conspiracy spy shit someday, Nate. You got
Amen,
all the
baby.
accents for
That's
it.
right. You know, say,
I love that.
Say, I am also very good in Spanish. No, very much Spanish. You know.
All right, and then do we have? I thought you had a ransom crime that you thought was like pretty good for inspiration.
Yeah, I don't have much information on it, but I know that there was an attempt to it was an attempt to kidnap President Gerald Ford by the SLA. It was this symbiotic or something like that.
Syrian.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't Syria. It was like,
symbiotic?
yeah, it was something like that. It was called. Look, I got it right here. It was called the. Let's see. Called the Symbionese Liberation Army Plot, and they're the same people that kidnapped the heiress Patty Hearst. And you know who that is? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, very. Famous. She got like Stockholm syndrome. It was like a very
Oh.
big trial. Like
She loved
she
the
helping-
Liberation Army.
Oh, yeah, she did. She like started participating. There were like shots of her with the like assault rifle and everything. Like
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Very
Pardon my ignorance. When was Ford president?
Right after Nixon, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
after
really?
Nixon got
All right, so
impeached,
this-
she
Yeah, when
took
Nixon like left and was like, well, it's bad, but
crook."
like, you know, he's and then disappeared.
over. Looking back on it, kind of charming that he faced consequences for anything.
I know,
you know?
right? You know, adorable.
Did
You
he even
know,
face consequences? He just lost. He just left the presidency.
That used to be a big deal.
that used to be a very big deal. Yeah. So yeah, Gerald Ford was the man who was he was president when Saigon fell in 1975. He was I believe he was president at that time. He was president. I know during the majority of the Vietnam War, like when it was
Okay.
getting real bad.
Yeah, it was
like,
Johnson and Nixon. for
Yeah, and he
sure.
was way in over his head, and his shit was like sideways. Or was it Johnson? Is that who it was?
LBJ kind of started it, intensified it, didn't calm it down. Then Nixon took over.
Nixon took over, and then it ended with Ford, who like was just
Yeah.
who was
Yeah.
like, man, this fucking boy, this is bad. And, everybody, and he had that one general who was just like, no, dude, it's going really good, I promise you. And like, you know, people.
Dr. Strangelove, I think. I don't know what his name was.
yeah, I forgot what his name was, but yeah, he's not looked down kindly upon.
Every fucking president or like person has that guy that's just like hyping him up.
Oh, dude.
Trump doesn't need that guy actually.
Trump
Yeah,
is
no,
that
yeah,
guy.
he is that guy. He's got, yeah, you don't need no damn Dick Cheney, dude. Yeah, exactly. He's all right. You know,
That
Donald
dude
Rumsfeld.
That dude looks in the mirror every day and thinks he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like,
You know,
he's like, hey,
whatever you got to do to get through the day, baby.
wow, I'm the best looking president.
So this is the last bit of research I did. I watched an American cinematic classic, Air Force One, because that involves the president getting kidnapped. It's
Very interesting circumstances in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, what we learned here is like, if it's the active president, you got to isolate him.
Yeah.
The active president
Yeah.
is going to be the tricky one.
yeah, that's the hard one.
Because
that's
he's
real
got
tough.
he's got
the
Air
most
Force
people.
One. He's got the limo with the bulletproof stuff, the Batmobile thing. He's got Secret Service agents out the ass, and so
Probably decoys, I bet. Probably, huh?
And if Donald Trump is as fit as he says he is, he might actually be Arnold Schwarzenegger. So,
Hey, dude, I don't know. I've never seen him without his shirt on. He's made love to all those prostitutes or whatever it is.
Harrison Ford was kicking some ass in that movie. So that's another lesson: is if your president can kick ass, you got to watch out for
True.
that.
You need to have a very masculine president, like those Russians do, I guess.
It is wild, like watching like Harrison Ford be president because he's like 55 in that movie, which is like it's a great age.
Yeah,
like
for a president. Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, man,
Not 100. Yeah.
Yeah,
80
how
years.
old's Trump now? 80
He's
something?
79.
he's
Biden's
real old,
81. What's crazy? Okay, so Trump's 79. HW and Clinton are both 78.
Yeah, they're
Which is
younger than
nuts.
him.
Yeah.
HW's a lot. No,
Oh, sorry, W. George
Yeah,
W. Not
okay,
HW.
yeah,
Sorry. HW's real dead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, raise my lips. I will not raise taxes.
I like how this is becoming like a history lesson.
Well,
yeah.
we like to do a little bit of research, get everything down.
I
you
know
know?
very little. I know very little about a lot.
See, this is like why we're here to be your consultants. We're here to like,
Amen, friend.
you got to approach these crimes like with a smart, background. You can't just dive into things.
You
Otherwise,
need to know what you're doing.
that's how you get caught. That's, look at that guy who took a shot at Trump, died real quick,
Yeah.
didn't even
Yeah.
get his message out. Like,
Yeah, whatever. Lenny was like a child.
That's
that was
another
dumb.
one.
See, no planning.
That's another one that's just like, to be fair, honestly, they were like, I hear people talking like Rogan or whoever, and they're like, he wasn't even that far away, and he had iron sights, and it's like, I was out at the lake today with my BB gun, shooting cans at the end of the dock, maybe 30 yards away, not even with the iron sights, and I missed like the first like 10 shots.
I've missed many times with a scope, friend.
I'm like, I don't know if you guys are saying it's that easy for. I saw that guy. I saw the
Very
why-
low pressure shot too, just trying to assassinate the president, right? Probably nothing going on in your head with that one.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get a cheeseburger after this. Yeah, dude. That's wild. Yeah, he wasn't shaking like a fucking leaf up there on that fucking hot tin roof like a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was just up there fiddling or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know if he was Jewish or whatever, but he was.
Might have been.
Yeah, good man. I don't know, but he's up there doing something, hanging out.
There
sweating.
was something funky about that, and I love the people that like to paint it like God saved him. He turned his head right then. He's like, didn't save the guy behind him. Like, that guy got duffed, and he was like a cool guy for, I don't know, like he's like a volunteer firefighter or some shit.
Well, this is perfect. We can ask Trump questions about this guy when we kidnap him too. Like, this is a good thing to get some answers about. Like, because the ear thing, I don't really believe it.
24 hours.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a lot of answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of time, but you have time.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of time, but you have time.
Okay, cool. So let's get started on plotting this crime for you, man. Like we want to send you home happy with something where, like, theoretically, if you chose to execute it, not on our advice.
Not on our advice. We don't advise anyone to do anything. It's all hypothetical. Amen. Please, Secret Service.
Faculties to adopt even just a hobo. What do I do if I get him in my Honda CRV? He'd fucking kill me.
Well, dude, he'd probably tell you everything real fast.
Okay, so first of all, it sounds like we're gonna need some muscle for
Yeah,
Beau. We're
that's
gonna
true. Certainly.
we're gonna need to like get some conspiracy members for this thing because we're gonna need to execute quickly when we do this. Right?
Adam Melvin. I was like,
You can definitely take Biden by himself.
I'm gonna tag him in this shit.
He's
gonna be like,
dude,
rip the shirt off.
we need some muscle in here.
for sure.
No. You know what we really need is I haven't put a lot of thought into this, but thinking off the dome, I think we need like some jilted like Navy SEALs.
Oh,
and
I like that.
Like the hardest motherfuckers, like Black Ops guys who are just like not stoked.
Yeah,
I
love that. People who like fought in Iraq or Fallujah or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to wrangle a bunch of those dudes. who
I
are
walked
just
through ankle deep blood for weeks.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
I've met some of those guys before, and it's like, holy crap! Like,
And now we got to recruit them and use their
Yeah,
skills
so,
for our person heist, basically.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
a lot of people too. I mean, it's five.
We got to hit 5 people at once, right? And so we're going to leave Trump for last because he's
It's like
our,
the Godfather.
Well, hey, that's good inspiration.
Exactly.
Be merciless.
Ominous, Domini. We'll have to get you to a baptism. Yeah.
I think you'd have to get them at like the what's that like funny ball that they do where they all roast each other?
I don't know that they do jokes anymore in DC. I think it's all just sad now.
Yeah, I think they're very sad. Last time I was in DC for a show,
It's a
bombed.
fundraiser because that's where you're
like
getting
where
them
your
all
head's
together,
at.
and it's not. And it's like supposed to be like a funny, fun time thing. So you're getting them out. Maybe they had a couple of drinks. Maybe people aren't paying attention so much.
But if you have them all together, friend, the security is going to be fucking good. God.
You would think, but is it 5 times the security than it would usually be, or is it maybe like 2 times the security of getting one guy at once? You know what I mean? Are they
And
bumping up
what
the
they
security
looking
by?
for are violent threats more than like kidnappings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's like 5 times. They might just be like double.
Yeah.
But if you tried to get them all at once, it'd be like 1 times the security, 1 times the security, 1 times the security. But maybe it's just 2 times the security.
It is true that it's also rare for a law enforcement agent to search for something like a hot dog on a string. You know what I mean? Like you said, they're looking more for a gun, like you said. It's very, very rare. Like you said, yeah. So that's not a bad point, friend. Exactly. We're not going for a violent crime here. You're just trying to nab one with like a carrot in a box. You know what I mean?
I've actually got. This actually gives me an idea, right? Because we've got a bunch of old men, right? Their prostate's not great.
Urine.
You get
Urine.
Get them in the bathroom.
You get them too many drinks, so we got an open bar.
Fair.
Yeah, of course.
Diet Cokes.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Prune
George
juice,
W.
Diet
DCs,
Cokes.
dude.
What does Barack Obama like?
This is gonna
Cigarettes.
get all of us. By the way, this is getting all of us on a list.
No, believe me, this is no good for anyone. Yeah.
I look forward to being on this list.
Yeah, exactly. God, as long as it gets me somewhere in my comedy.
Worked out for Trumbo, right? Okay. So we get them all to some sort of fundraising gala where there's an open bar. This is definitely going to work for the not active presidents, for those 4 guys. Those guys, they have like nothing going on, right? We can just we could pay them to show
Trump
up.
doesn't drink, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, water, lemonade, McDonald's,
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Diet
I thought
Coke.
Diet Coke. Yeah,
Yeah.
Diet Coke cheeseburger.
Diet Cokes. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just like
Fig Newtons.
okay. Oh,
That dude has never consumed a fig.
Yeah,
Newton.
dude, he loved Fig Newtons.
he
That's
really?
real. Yeah, you look it up. He loved Fig Newtons. He eats them like fucking hotcake, dude. He loved Fig
had
Newtons.
a
well, I know what we're
Fig
gonna
Newtons.
drug to get to him then.
We got to get him at a fundraising dinner.
Yeah.
That's a good
Okay,
idea.
so we're gonna do that. We're gonna get them their bladders swollen with some sort of liquid. When they go to the bathroom, that's when we get them.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's they're not expecting it. They gotta piss super badly.
You know what you do? You tunnel in through the
Like this.
business next door.
Mm-hmm.
Have a slip door that
Yeah.
just looks like tile or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get them. You got to bring them through there because then nobody knows.
That's how the Russians
And then
cheated
do
in
you
the
know-
Olympics all the
Because
time.
the security waits outside, just
Yeah.
waiting for him to come out, and they
Exactly.
don't know the slip door through, like
very good
Victoria's
idea.
Secret next door.
I'm gonna throw a little twist your way here, guys. How do we feel about having imitating doppelgangers that
Ooh.
replace them after they've
Oh,
been
that's
kidnapped?
cool. That's a great idea.
Just a little
I
decoy.
think they already did that with Biden. No.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they already did that one
Be
time.
like, wait, this is the real one.
That might be where it- he's like, my name's Jeremy. I'm not even the right guy. He's dead. He's dead.
I got to be honest. Biden's the least essential to this plan.
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy's not
dude.
in. He doesn't
Yeah,
know
exactly. You
anything.
ask him a question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Where are the
Biden-
secrets? He's like, my wife. She tweets at night.
I'm gonna abduct Biden just to get him away from his wife. just let him roam free for a little bit.
Let him watch an episode or two of The
I-
Sopranos.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Yeah, he's chilling, dude. I'm not getting I just feel so bad for that guy.
Oh, dude.
He's got nothing, dude. He's just let him have a happy little time.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we take Biden. Maybe we let him
No, we just let him hang out.
We're taking him for the vacation.
Yeah, we're putting him in like the kids' room.
We give him a ticket to Jamaica and let him go hang out for a week. Yeah, exactly. We put him in the Key somewhere where old people like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put him in the Key.
A nice retirement home
Yeah,
for a
exactly.
little while.
Yeah, just for a period of
I
time.
don't think we're getting much out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I don't even know what he'd have to say. I guess if it, well,
Yeah, Obama's the one who really, and I love Obama, but like,
but you gonna find
dog,
out what happened to his cook.
there's true, but he's got secrets, dude.
How
Nobody
big
gets,
is your wife's penis?
You would know.
Nobody's
kidding, I like
hair
the man.
gets that white, that fat. Like he's
Oh.
got secrets in there, dude.
He's the smart one with the information. Him,
true.
I'd want to know what George W. has to say because I think we could liquor up George W.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
dude.
start fucking talking.
Give him
That
like
dude.
a fucking just a touch of blow, just like from back in the day. Like, you know, and just like,
I know
just to
you
be
want it, George.
A little bit of
we
fun,
wouldn't
dude.
even have to beat George W.
I'm saying,
Like,
Laura not looking, dude. Come on.
Just put it in his like in his drink or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, just like dust him. Yeah, just dust him.
Put it in his cheeseburger. Just dust his cheeseburger.
Like, man, I feel like, damn, this feel like my 40th birthday.
All of a sudden he's yapping.
And the Texas Rangers, I own them. Man, I pay the MLB a lot of money trying to win games.
Jet fume does melt games. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we need to. Okay.
Either,
so we
either doppelganger. I like going out through the.
Well, do we go out and then just buy ourselves some time with the doppelgangers? Because otherwise, like,
Okay, we
eventually
can do both. We can do both. So we're getting.
Exactly.
So we're pulling them through the wall.
we're swapping them. We're swapping
Yeah,
them
and
through.
we're swapping them through the wall. That's smart. See, yeah. 'Cause
What
I
are
was,
you-
I
what
was
are
thinking,
you
like, how do
wearing?
we get them in there?
Yeah.
What are you gonna wear? A fake mustache, something like that? You know, we gotta hide your identity. You already got one, I know, but maybe like a fake knot mustache, like a bald cap for your face.
I thought he would be operating it from like a control room, like
That's
a James
fair.
Bond.
Nah,
like,
that's good.
I was-
yeah,
I was
have one of the minions out there in
Yeah.
the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking like tasteful blackface.
Nice, dude.
Can't
They'll
go
never.
wrong with
Yeah,
tasteful
exactly.
blackface.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
gonna be
never
doing
hurt
that
anybody.
ironically.
With the white lips. Yeah, exactly, dude.
Never heard anybody tasteful blackface.
It's true that instantly they would be like, "We're searching for a man who looks like this. He was sporting blackface." And exactly, like that'd be. I mean,
just really
then they'd just
poorly
be-
done too. Like my
Yeah.
whole neck is white. And
That's what I'm saying. Then that'd be a real fucking. I mean, that'd be a doozy to try to track down. You know what I'm saying? Like the police sketches are just like this man in fucking face paint. That's
Yeah, and
just
then the
nuts.
cops are getting canceled because they're
Yeah.
just like putting blackface.
Yeah, they're like,
everywhere.
hold on, but we got to get the paint ready for the lineup.
That's funny putting the cops in a conundrum. Like we can't post this dude in blackface. Like, we're gonna get roasted, but he's the guy. You're like,
Isn't that
It's kind of
PC?
genius.
That's what I'm saying. All
Okay,
right.
so Beau's gonna wear tasteful
Blackface.
blackface.
Yeah, it'll be like Justin Trudeau as Aladdin. You know what I'm saying?
no, more like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
But for the entire year-long execution of this crime,
Yeah, you're gonna have to hold this down for a minute, dude. We really got to build you an identity. You know what I'm
while
saying?
you're recruiting these Navy SEAL guys.
Yeah,
while
dude.
you're-
That being said, very funny, very tasteful. This is what we're going for,
Yeah.
friend.
Tasteful.
Smells.
Okay, so we're tunneling through the wall. You're in tasteful blackface while we do that. We
At least if we're tunneling through the wall, not
yeah.
a tasteful Jew face.
That's fair. We'll get him a pilgrim hat and the curls. Yeah, exactly, dude. Hey,
Probably
man.
just trick the presidents anyway. Like, Camille, we need to talk to you.
Yes,
We're
we
from
have a new
Israel.
deal. We have a new deal. We have something we want to tell you. We have a new proposal.
it would be a fundraiser for Israel. That'll be
Yeah, dude, we'll get them all there.
That'll
They'll
get
all
them
be
there,
there.
apparently.
Hey,
we
they'll
just-
be there, dog. They'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
cross party lines. They all show up for
Yeah,
Israel.
they all do. They, man, you know what I'm saying? Those people have a lot of control, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, God,
man,
we're definitely getting on a list now. I do not want to be on the Mossad's list, though. That is
I know, dude. I know. God, I
Oh,
know.
it's
I'm
on the
just kidding you.
Mossad.
These
It's
are all
not gonna be on
jokes.
the Mossad list.
I love everybody.
All right.
Guys, I am unemployed. I can't do anything about this.
Shit, I'm not unemployed, dude. Motherfucker, dude. I know. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, well, we'll see how long this job lasts, man.
Okay, so we get them out through the side business. We exchange the doppelgangers. Presumably, I think that'll give us at least 15 to 20 minutes to make our escape, right?
I think so.
At which point we'll have a safe house to rendezvous with the living the
Sure.
4 presidents that are not active.
Is this a safe house, a warehouse? What are we talking? Log cabin in the woods? What are you thinking?
I need like a black room, dude. We need like a.
It needs to be a basement somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
underground. It's got to be like lead ceilings. Like
Now, look, we're also we're deep in the federal crime territory, but do we want to add one to the list? Are we trying to cross state lines? Or are we trying to stay in state lines? Are we trying to
don't-
like up
I
our
say
time?
international waters.
Ooh, now put him on a boat. Now that's fascinating, friend.
Like some
boat is
old
Fly no flag. Send yourself
diesel
somewhere.
tanker.
Yeah.
so
something.
easier for
There
them to
you go.
get you on a boat. I think.
What to get? Well, I guess if you go, I mean, what if you get like a submarine? Like they got that submarine that those guys
Submarine.
exploded
All right,
in. You
now
know?
submarine we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
All
so,
right.
yeah, they got- yeah.
Submarine. I like
You ever seen that
this.
fucking documentary about those like Miami Coke like
Yeah.
dealers that bought a submarine
To
from
fucking-
Russia? Like
my
move.
granddad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that would be the people to get it from, dude. It's the
you
Russians.
see
They
people
love
do
this
such
shit.
cool shit back in the day before like everybody had a computer in their hand.
Dude, you know, it was a different time, dude. You used to be able to like steal a credit card. I've heard Joey Diaz say this. You used to be able to like steal a credit card and hop on a plane, and they wouldn't even like run it. They would just like do that thing where they put on like a receipt, you know, and they run it later. You know?
yeah.
He said he'd get on. He said he'd steal a credit card, get on a flight, and just fucking leave. Be like, everybody gets a fucking drink. We're having a party. You know? It's fucking, you know, those were the days, dude. God damn, can't get away with that no more. Anyway,
right, so we got him. I'm thinking some type of underground, like very cement heavy. You know, with a double. What do they call it? A two-way mirror. You know, so you can, I can walk out and be like looking at him like, I think Bush is gonna crack soon. Like,
Okay.
It's like a weak
Bush
egg.
looks like he needs a Skittle or something.
there you go.
I think we're definitely getting George drunk, right? That's
Yeah,
like
I
the
think
like
that's fair.
quickest way to loosen his tongue.
Hook him up to a whiskey IV, dude, and just
Yeah.
let it ride. Yeah.
You guys are thinking of this so much nicer than I.
Well, no, I mean, but we're trying to get results in 24 hours, and George Bush, I think, could probably hold out for 24 hours through physical abuse.
And
Like,
if there's
that's
anything,
You think
that's,
so?
dude,
George Bush,
I
he's
think
like,
Obama's gonna be the hardest to crack.
Oh no,
dude.
Bush
Yeah.
and Obama are. Obama's definitely the hardest to
Are you
crack.
kidding me?
I mean, we're gonna have to like
like
work
a
on
nut,
him.
dude. You ever
Yeah.
seen him play basketball? He's actually not bad, dude. It's gonna be tough to crack that nut. Yeah, yeah.
How many
Obama,
cigarettes is he
I'm sure he
smoking, though?
balls up.
Not
dude.
in a while. If you waved
He's
a pack,
tall too.
yeah, but if he hadn't smoked, he quit smoking cigarettes. They said while he was in office. But if you waved a pack of Newports in his face, I don't know if he could resist it, dude. And I do know that's not a racist thing. I know he smoked Newports. I looked it up.
Gotta go to fucking New Hampshire to get him now.
Damn, dude. Okay, so we got our isolation cells. We got our you can.
Are we
check on them.
isolating?
Do you want to
Are
isolate?
we keeping them together?
I don't think we want to keep them together.
No,
There's-
there's not idiots. They're old, but they're not fools. They managed to make it all the way to the top, dude.
Yeah.
You keep them on the same room, they're gonna figure a way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's
like
true.
maybe if they, yeah.
yeah.
And look, there's. I will say
I
this.
feel like together there might be more.
Like they might be able to look at each other and like.
So if I'm like just smacking Bush in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
now I will say. Now I will say
I
this.
think you got to return one to the other when you're trying to like get them to talk, like make
yeah,
them think it's safe to talk. kind of
there you
thing,
go.
And
All
now we're
right, I like that. Yeah, keep them
interrogation
separated,
techniques.
And if
smack
there's
them around a little bit.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know that you want to. I don't know that you want to smack him around. I don't know if there's anything that we've learned from not a great president, but one of the most vicious vice presidents we've ever had, the Lord Dick Cheney. These tactics of torture, they just never really worked very well. What I would go is for more of a psychological affair.
Yeah, I think psychological is the
I don't
the
think
way
I
to go
have the
with them.
time to really do
there's
it,
so much you
dude.
could do in so little time,
See,
friend.
they don't know that you're only doing this for 24
True.
hours.
Yeah.
They
true.
could
Could
be
you
there
imagine-
forever for all they know.
Think about this. You've been kidnapped. You're in a room. A man comes in with an easel and a paintbrush. He says, sit, wait. I will paint you. Not on this canvas, but on your skin. He starts with your feet. He goes very slowly. You can't move, because someone may do something to you. Slowly but surely, it sets in. He's up the way up to your knees. You're covered in blue paint. This is no good. This is no good. It's like the film Goldfinger. This is no good at all. Suddenly, all of a sudden, the psychological torture starts to set in. What do I need to say to make this stop? He's all the way up to my dick. This is no good. I have a blue penis. I'm now halfway to being a Smurf. This is where we're at. Now, none of that is violent. Not one bit of that is violent.
Jesus.
And doesn't take much time.
I would be freaked out by that. I
Thank
would
you.
probably say anything to get it to stop. I would be like, "What is this?"
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking. No one ever thinks like that. Everybody goes violence. What are you talking about? Go ridiculous.
I think you're right. I think we get to them quicker with psychological methods.
two pieces of bread.
I don't know if Bush is cracking when somebody's just painting the dorsal side of his cock.
It doesn't have to be that for
Holding it up,
everybody.
you know,
We're obviously not doing that for Clinton. He's gonna get on.
I love it, dude. Yeah, it's like,
Clinton's
man, I
rock
remember
hard.
last time I had this happen to me.
Immediately, absolutely.
Last time I had this happen to me, I was in the Philippines.
I would think if you're going to beat one of them, it would be Clinton, though. I think Clinton's the one that if you smack him around a little bit, he'll
Oh, dude,
start
I think you
crying.
could wave some pussy in his face and make him talk, dog.
That's
I'm
probably
saying,
true, though,
I'm
too. I
saying,
mean,
make
Drew
him
Wade-
drop his drawers and wave some good pussy in his face. And I mean, come on, think about. Not to mention, he understands. You think about how many women he's kidnapped in his life. Okay,
Yeah.
You're like,
I know, but
like-
there's something. There's something in my heart that makes me, just really want to beat these people up. You know.
I mean, if it's, look, this is your crime. I'm just here to advise. I'm just here to hypothetically advise.
I'd rather beat the shit out of Clinton than like whore somebody out to fucking have to.
I guess that's
Fuck
fair.
his,
Yeah, I guess
fuck
that's
his
fair.
geriatric ass. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Or run like
No,
Chinese
if
sex robots or something like that. No harm, no foul. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. The man wants to beat the shit out of Bill Clinton. I think that could be part of
I
his
don't.
crime.
I don't want to. I want the answers. I want to put that that. I as on paper, I don't want to do any of this. I just want the answers.
Right,
If you
right.
want to just tell me.
Right.
Well,
We
let's,
can
great.
have a
There's no
grand
meeting.
old time. We can crack a bottle of whiskey and fucking chill. If you want to just be like, hey,
Bring
here's
Biden
the
back in the
answers.
room.
Nobody's,
chilling.
nobody's gonna. I might play it this way. Like I'm a salesman. I'd be like, dude, nobody's gonna fucking believe this ever anyway.
Well, that's what
just tell me. Come on, let's do it.
Well, then
All
they're
right.
gonna lie to you.
See, but that's the thing. This is also where the next thing comes in. This is my next question. Is the record, okay? Because this is for your purposes. You have a goal. You have a motivation. You want to get this information. Is it going to stay in this old beautiful noggin of yours? Or are you going to have a video camera?
Oh,
going?
we're gonna
Or
get
you
to
gonna-
that point
Yeah.
soon. But okay, so like, what if we?
Let me. This'll help. No, that thing.
What if we hit them with some sort of powerful like LSD or something?
Oh,
like that?
old school CIA stuff.
Yeah,
There we
just
go.
see what
Say,
if we're not sure what we're gonna get anyway.
say we're going to give them all a Viagra, dude, and just see what happens.
Done to myself for not a good reason.
That's not a bad idea, actually, dude. If we if we give them something real fun, like an
ecstasy or
ounce of
ayahuasca.
mushrooms each. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some like real crazy stuff. Some like albino penis envy. You know what I'm saying? Ounce each. Just shove them
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Then come on, dude.
Yeah, there is the drugging them. I haven't really thought about that. I've
It's a classic
this is
tactic.
why I like you guys having you guys in.
Yeah,
on this
see,
because,
like, we're-
my brain just goes to like violence.
That's top-notch advice here. We're trying to get you away with this crime.
This is what we do, friend.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's tough to hide.
It's also about limiting your exposure. When you get into violence, you increase the amount of exposure you have
Yeah.
to
True.
Yeah.
penal presence or penal sentence. Not the. I guess that also involves a penis too. If you if you're not too tough or whatever. If you're not.
Well,
Like,
if I'm
able to-
going in my gimp suit,
Bo, to your point,
love you.
about nobody believing you, do you think anybody's going to believe them saying he kidnapped every living president, dosed us with acid, and we gave him all the answers to everything? They'd be like, you guys are nuts. Like,
That's fair.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
so like you get some protection here with the drugging thing too.
This is all limiting your liability, your
Mhm.
exposure.
exactly.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, no, I think keeping them. Oh, sorry. Let me talk to the mic.
Yeah.
Keeping them separate. Then we may,
Yeah.
mess with them a little bit, put them together,
Yeah.
pull them apart,
Yeah.
pull them together.
You'd be good in Guantanamo, man.
Yeah.
You would actually, which is like a sort of a. When I was young, I would call it a dream job, but
Guantanamo.
Oh man, dude! When I was doing political violence studies, not to say that I've never been that, but I'd be like, I would see that stuff go down and be like, I
Yeah.
can be so good at that shit. Jesus Christ, I'm such a twisted piece of shit.
Dude,
God.
like the psyop stuff. One of my buddies tell me about the psyop stuff that like guys are doing. It's like fucking.
Yeah.
How do you get that job?
Are we going to work in some drugs to torture them as well, or not torture, but bring out the answers? Are we? Is it mostly going to be the?
I think so. Isn't there a drug that like you tell the truth? Isn't there?
There's like
Isn't that
sodium
kind of a
say-
thing?
pentothal
They
is
say
sort of a thing.
that's sodium pentothal. Truth
Yeah.
serum is
Yeah.
the street
Yeah,
term.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
the answers are sort of meh.
it's sort of a thing of the '80s, like quicksand. It's something you think you're going to come across a lot when you're a kid, but really it never happens.
I would dose one of them with acid and just see what happens.
That's what I was. That's
know?
classic old school 1970s CIA. Just give them some acid and
Yeah.
throw a joint at them and like,
I feel
what
like
you
I'm
got
more
for me,
like-
buddy?
I feel like I'm more likely to say something true when I'm on acid than any other time.
That's what I'm saying.
probably.
Especially that's gonna be the way that you crack Obama.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the way that you crack Obama. Like,
That's
Obama
actually
liked
smart.
acid.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
Obama,
that's
he
smart.
has.
Yeah, he'd be like, give me 3 more tabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you let me
Give
sit
me
in
3
a
more
room with
tabs.
Obama.
I don't think that's. I think
Yeah.
Obama's the last one you want to give acid because he's welcoming it.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. You give him a
But
couple.
that's the thing is he'll welcome it, and then he'll
Exactly.
be like, oh yeah, this is like. He'll like have that realization, that ego death. He'll be like, I can talk to Bo about
Exactly.
9/11.
That's
Like,
exactly. That's what
the
they call ego
aliens.
death, dude. we got a farmhand at the farm
Yeah.
named Bob, who's he's real awesome. He's got paranoid schizophrenia, and he kind of loses his mind every couple months. Goes on like a meth bender, but he's pretty cool. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. We like him a lot. But one time he was watching the dogs, and we got a camera over there watching the dogs for us while we were in Belgium. And I saw him on the cameras, dude, and he was like going in the house and coming out, and his head was just like in his fucking hands. He's like, oh God. And I was like, what's going on? So we got back, and I was like, Bob, what happened? No, he said, oh, sorry, man, I was fucking, I drank a bunch of beer and ate a bunch of mushrooms, went through an ego death out there. It was pretty wild, but I'm good now. It's like, oh, well, I'm glad you're back.
Welcome home.
Welcome home, Bob. Welcome home. Good guy. Good
yeah,
guy.
drugging them up. Yeah, drugging them up. I haven't thought about that. This is why I got you guys on my,
Yeah.
on my side here. Yeah, I think drugging them up might be That'd be a good. They're so old, some of them though. You don't. I feel like
they
they should
probably
take
die.
Yeah, they're not really useful to me if they're dead.
I mean, few of them are useful to you already. Like, I mean, Trump's like brain is jelly. So is Biden's.
Dude, to be honest, for those older fellows, it might help. So you got this whole lockdown area. That might help to separate them. What I might do is I'd bring a costume change. I'd set up the whole room, like basically like the Oval Office, and just like walk in, put them in that chair, and like walk in and be like, all right, Mr. President, so we need to tell your chief, we need to tell, the Justice Department about this stuff today. So what are we going to tell him again? And he's like, what? And you're like, yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 24th, 2004. I mean, come on. Yeah, I said, what are we going to do today, Mr. President? Come on, I'm your chief of staff.
As long as it's Trump, you just got to put his name like every third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And again,
every third sentence.
But again, I'm not sure. He says so much information on the internet. I'm not sure what value he brings to this operation.
I've met people who have met him, and they say he's not as stupid as he comes off.
Ah.
I had a teacher in college who met him, and she was like, he's not dumb. Like he's not dumb. He plays dumber than he is.
I mean,
he's like his racist German father.
Too, probably, right?
No,
like,
his horrible young, German father.
I don't know. She was also Chinese.
Yes.
See, they're already tricking us. They're, like even at this level,
Exactly.
the Chinese, like that's a Chinese spy op right there.
And I would do the accent, but I know I'm not supposed to. So.
That one's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nate.
Even though I do believe that it's not racist if you're good at it, and if you just do like a little tiny bit, dude, just like a little piece of it. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we definitely didn't do a Jewish accent earlier.
We did not.
We did not. What's all this we shit? When did we start speaking French? You two French motherfuckers, a lot of we coming over there.
That's right, dude. And my name again is Adam Melvin. Adam Melvin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh fuck! I'm James Rubin.
Okay. So we got our we're getting our answers. I think the next question is, are we filming this to like let everybody know, or to keep it as evidence in case they come after you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Well,
I just want the answer. Like I said, I'm like, I just want the fucking answer.
So I'm saying,
but I think that we should. Yes.
Yeah.
We should
Okay.
film
Then
it.
you can.
But dude, it's fucking 2025. Everything's AI.
Yeah.
Like they can just be like,
The mail
there's
cannot
no
become black,
way.
friend, if you do not have an envelope to put it in. Okay, you got to be ready. Okay?
True.
Amen.
Okay.
You got to be able to fucking.
Yeah, there's so much AI going on right now that I think that people wouldn't even like. That's what I'm saying. Like people
I
wouldn't.
don't think
believe
deepfakes
it.
are at that level
They're
yet.
pretty fucking good, dude.
It is true. The
They're
other day, I heard John Jones retired last night, and I saw Dana White say it on a video on Instagram Reels, and I had to go check to make sure it wasn't AI. That's like how, it is true.
With AI, like I love the things you see on like Instagram and shit, where it's like Trump saying like some crazy shit. But it's him, so you can like almost believe it like, a lot of the time. But it's like, man, if you just said something like reasonable, like if you just made AI, that's what's so crazy about it, that it's so close.
Yeah.
Like it's tricking like our parents and like their parents.
Well,
definitely.
I mean, what I would say is then this is actually the perfect area for. This is really a very good area for you, friend. I mean, like with the technology thing, like there's a way. I mean. It can be shown, obviously, that it's not AI. You know what I'm saying? When it's a real thing, you know what I mean? It's the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's assume in this particular instance, we have some way to mark that this is authentic and not AI. We've developed that code-wise. We'll work on that.
Yeah, that's part of the technology we'll create. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That'll be part of the crime. In that year lead up, when you're in tasteful blackface, you'll be sitting there at the computer.
Exactly. You'll be on the computer coding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, X, Y, Z.
He never takes the makeup off.
Amen. That's part of it, friend.
I'm just going to the comedy studio doing black rooms.
Is he up there? I can't tell.
For the whole year coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Trudeau again.
Okay. So,
all right,
but the main question is: do you want the public to know the answers you've got, or do you want to keep them for yourself to be safe?
Yes.
There you go.
It's I'm torn. I want to have it. And then maybe.
I believe I remember you saying at the beginning of this. This is very selfish. Your motivations. That they're very much. It's very much about you. So what I would recommend, if I was recommending something to you,
if you were,
if I were recommending to you, of course, which I'm not. Again, which I'm not. All hypothetical. But what I would say is, to maintain a record, but not to show the world, to threaten to show the world.
That's what I'm thinking.
in case, something bad goes down. Then worst comes to worst, you press that red button. Everybody sees it, dude. And it's CNN, Fox News, all the bigs, whatever, MSNBC with that guy Olbermann or whatever his fucking thing is.
Yeah. So basically,
Don Lemon.
Here's what
We are
do.
filming it. We're holding on to it.
Yeah.
For now.
Here's what we're doing. When we drop these guys, we'll
Correct.
drop them off all at random locations. Route 66 out in Arizona by some small town. We're leaving them, and the last thing we're telling them is there's a dead man switch. You know what that is?
Oh, yes.
It means if you don't check it each day, like everything goes out to the press.
You're going to have to hold down a button with your thumb for the rest of your life.
That's what a real dead man.
That's a real one. Yeah. But we'll do one where it's you check in once a day or something like
perfect.
that, or whatever interval you like, and then they'll know that if they fuck with you, mutually assured destruction happens.
Yeah, I don't really want them talking to me, honestly, afterwards.
Well, they don't have to. That's what I'm
Very
saying.
fair,
That's
yeah.
why you have that.
There's also, I don't know.
It's like one of those breathalyzers you get in your car, and it has to show your face. They have to blow into it every day.
I would preemptively go ahead and start a relationship with Alex Jones. I would get that in the works as quickly as possible. Maybe Tucker Carlson too, but definitely Alex Jones without a doubt. I would make sure that you have I know it's not InfoWars anymore. I think that's illegal or whatever, but because of Sandy Hook. But they but I would get in touch immediately with him and start developing a very tight
I would
relationship.
have to get on with Rogan, dude. I wouldn't want to. People don't believe Jones.
No, but that's the thing is it's about
For some reason, they believe Rogan.
But that is fair. But I would want to make sure that you had some, he's got the connections to the conspiracy folk. You know what I mean? The Voice. So you go starting with that. That'll get you on Rogan. You know what I mean? It's talk like that will get you on Rogan.
I'll be so dead so fast once I start talking about it. Dude.
That is true.
Once again, I drive
That
a
does take
Honda.
away your leverage.
They have drones.
Seeing your Honda get drone strikes would be pretty
Crazy,
fucking
dude.
hilarious.
That'd
Cool
be
way to
nuts.
go out.
I know.
In
It's fucking,
tasteful blackface behind you.
say, oh my God, we found his paint-covered arm. Exactly. It must be his. It's black number 9 shoe polish.
One episode and we're canceled. Hell yeah.
I know. You guys asked me to be on here first. I was like, you sure about this?
We'll never make it onto SNL, dude. We'll never make it now.
You guys sure you want Beau talking about
I guess
kidnapping president?
We said tasteful.
I guess there's nothing left to do but to do the Chinese accent.
Okay. Before we do officially get canceled, Beau, you came on this show to find a plan to kidnap all the living presidents, get the information you wanted from them, and then go about your life. Do you feel like we have come up with a plan that meets your needs?
Yeah, we gotta just drop them off, and I like your idea of we've got the kill switch. It would have to be something with me. Like if I ever die, then.
Okay.
10 random people got to know, just press this button.
Well, we can put something probably on your heart, but it might have to go through your butt, so that would be a little... I'm not totally positive how medicine works, but if I was guessing, you got to find an entry point, you know what I mean?
No, true.
No, I'm not a doctor, you know what I mean? I got a doctorate, but not that kind, you know?
Got a real short torso. My butt's actually
Yeah,
closer
so
to
you
my
might be closer to your heart. Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, point of entry, I guess. But, I'm not totally sure. So, I'd be prepared for that, you know what I'm saying?
I think I could deal
I'd
with
start
that.
stretching is what I'm saying. I'd start stretching.
Stretching, yeah.
Final step, hook some monitor up to Beau's heart through his butt.
Through his butt.
Through
Yeah.
my butt, yeah.
Okay, cool. We can definitely make that happen.
Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, I think we helped you plan a pretty perfect crime here.
I think so.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Excellent.
Well, Beau, thanks so much for being on the show with us today.
Of course, guys.
Yeah, what's that Instagram handle again?
Oh, it's it's 13EAUB. It used to be Boner, like BEAUNER. But I when I was in college, I coached youth sports, and the kids were finding me. They were like, "You're Boner." I gotta change this.
I was wondering where that name came from, and that was
right.
not what I had thought.
Yeah, I was like, I can't be Boner. These fifth graders are finding me.
You got anything you want to plug?
No, nothing crazy coming up. Just the Moxie every Monday, dude. It's the coolest open mic in
One of the best.
Boston.
One of the best,
in
yeah.
my humble opinion, because I help run it.
I would also agree, and I don't help run it. It's a very good mic, man. Very good mic. And
Dude,
Mark Harvard, great job.
Mark
Yeah,
Harvard's
absolutely.
the ringleader. I'm just his monkey, but
He's a good guy.
he is, yeah. And we put on a really good mic. Like last Monday was just like magical for some reason. It started off with like 5 of us, and we were like, all right, everybody gets 7 minutes, and then people just kept pouring in. People came from the hotel. You know, it's a 23-story hotel, so people like come up and stuff. So we get like a good little audience.
Great view up there too.
Yeah,
beautiful spot.
I will
Sucks
go
when the
out.
sun's out, dude. I hate doing comedy when the sun's out, dude. Yeah, God.
So we started last week. We actually put down the blinds.
Good. Okay.
And
Nice.
that
That's
like
good.
made it a little bit cooler. But yeah, it is tough when the sun is out. But I will go out on a limb, and I have nothing to back this up, but it is the best view of any open mic ever.
I think that's probably fair.
That's probably
It
fair.
is gorgeous
That's
up
fair.
there.
You're
Yeah.
up high, dude. You're up high.
Yeah. I can definitely vouch for that. You guys should all show up, go to the Moxie Mic on Mondays.
Moxie Mike on Monday, man.
Great. Well, this has been an episode of Perfect Crimes Podcast. Follow us on Perfect Crimes Pod. And I'm Joe.
I'm Nate.
Have a great day.